Hey there, you're not gonna believe what happened to me and my little boy Tommy. He's 5 years old and I'm just a regular mom. Nothing fancy about me, just a lady who loves her kid and likes to see him happy. We live near a playground and I take Tommy there all the time. It's super close to our house, like just a quick walk down the street. He's crazy about that place, the slides. He zooms down them like a rocket. The swings, he giggles and kicks his little legs in the air. And the monkey bars, he climbs them like a tiny superhero. Every time we go, it's a big adventure for him, and I love watching him have fun. Most days at the playground are awesome. The sun shines bright, the birds chirp, and all the kids run around laughing. Other moms and dads are there too, and they're usually nice. We smile at each other, say hi, and watch our kids play together. Sometimes we even chat a little, like about the weather or how fast our kids are growing. It's peaceful, just a happy place where everyone gets along. Tommy loves making new friends, and I love seeing him smile so big his eyes scrunch up. That's how it usually goes, and I never expect anything bad to happen. Why would I? It's a playground, a spot for fun, not trouble. But then there was that day. Oh boy, that day was different. It started out normal, just like always. The sky was blue, the grass was green, and Tommy was bouncing with excitement as we walked to the playground. I had my usual stuff with me, my phone, a water bottle, and a little snack for Tommy in case he got hungry. He was wearing his favorite red sneakers, the ones with tiny stars on them, and his superhero t-shirt. I remember thinking, this is gonna be a great afternoon. We got to the playground and Tommy ran straight for the slide, his little legs pumping fast. I stood nearby, watching him climb up the ladder with that big grin on his face. Everything seemed perfect. But something was coming, something I didn't see yet. That's when I noticed her. There was this woman at the playground and she didn't look happy. Let's call her Karen, okay? That's not her real name, but it fits her perfectly, as you'll see. Karen wasn't smiling like the other parents. She wasn't sitting on a bench watching her kid play. Nope, she was standing there with her arms crossed, her face all scrunched up like she'd just eaten a sour lemon. She had on big sunglasses and a loud voice. I could hear her talking even from where I was standing. Her kid was nearby, a little girl about Tommy's age, but Karen wasn't paying much attention to her. Instead, she was staring at my kid, and not in a nice way. Her eyes were sharp, like she was mad about something, but I had no idea what. I didn't think much of it at first. Sometimes people have bad days, right? Maybe Karen was tired or grumpy because her coffee spilled or something. I figured she'd chill out and leave us alone. Tommy kept playing, sliding down the slide and shouting, "Wee!" every time he hit the bottom. I laughed and waved at him, proud of how brave he was getting. He used to be scared of the big slide, but now he loves it. I was so busy watching him that I didn't realize Karen was about to turn our fun day into a total mess. She wasn't just grumpy, she was trouble. Big trouble, and it was all aimed at me and my little boy. See, Tommy's a good kid. He's not perfect. Sometimes he forgets to say please or leaves his toys all over the floor, but he's sweet and friendly. At the playground, he waits his turn and shares the swings with other kids. I've taught him to be kind and he listens. So when Karen started glaring at him, I was confused. What could a 5-year-old do to make someone so mad? He wasn't yelling or pushing anybody. He was just playing, minding his own business. But Karen, she didn't care. She had something mean bubbling up inside her, and it was about to spill out all over us. I didn't know it yet, but our peaceful afternoon was about to get flipped upside down. The playground was pretty busy that day. There were lots of kids running around, some on the swings, some digging in the sandbox, and a few chasing each other near the picnic tables. Parents were scattered around, some sitting, some standing, all keeping an eye on their little ones. It was noisy in a happy way, with squeals and giggles filling the air. The slide Tommy loves is the tallest one there. It's bright yellow and curvy, and all the kids line up for it. Tommy had waited his turn just like always, and now he was having a blast. I stood a few steps away, close enough to catch him if he fell, but far enough to let him feel big and brave. That's when Karen started moving closer. She didn't say anything at first. She just stood there watching Tommy like a hawk. Her little girl was wandering around, kicking at the dirt, not even trying to play on the slide. I thought maybe Karen was waiting for her daughter to take a turn, so I kept an eye on Tommy to make sure he didn't hog it. But he didn't. After a couple slides, he ran over to me for a sip of water, then dashed to the swings. I smiled and said, "Good job, buddy. He's fast, and I love how much energy he has." But when I looked back at Karen, she was still staring, not at her kid, at mine, and her frown was getting bigger. My tummy started to feel funny, like when you know something's wrong but you're not sure what. I tried to ignore her. Maybe she was just having a weird day. I turned back to Tommy, who was swinging higher and higher, his little voice calling, "Look, Mommy, I'm flying." I clapped and cheered for him, trying to focus on the fun, but I could feel Karen's eyes on us. It was creepy, like she was planning something. I glanced at her again, and this time she wasn't just standing there, she was walking toward the slide. Tommy had gone back to it after the swings, climbing up the ladder with his sneaky little grin. Karen's kid still wasn't anywhere near the slide, but Karen didn't seem to care. She was locked on Tommy, and I could tell something bad was coming. What kind of person gets mad at a kid for playing? That's what I kept wondering. Tommy wasn't doing anything wrong. He wasn't loud or rude. He was just a happy 5-year-old enjoying the playground like every other kid there. But Karen didn't see it that way. To her, Tommy was a problem. And me, I was just a mom who didn't know what was about to hit her. Our normal afternoon was slipping away, and I didn't even realize how wild things were about to get. This wasn't just a grumpy lady having a bad moment. This was a storm ready to crash down on us. And trust me, you're gonna want to hear what happened next. I'm not the kind of mom who looks for fights. I like keeping things calm and easy. If another kid bumps into Tommy, I tell him, "It's okay, accidents happen." If someone's upset, I try to help. That's just how I am. So when Karen started acting weird, I didn't want to jump to conclusion. Maybe she was stressed. Maybe her kid didn't want to play and she was frustrated. I didn't know her story, and I didn't want to judge her too fast. But deep down, I had this tiny feeling, a little whisper in my head that said, "Watch out." I brushed it off, though. It was a sunny day, and I wanted to keep it happy for Tommy. Big mistake. By now, Tommy was back on the slide, laughing as he slid down again. I was proud of him. He's so full of joy, and it makes my heart warm. Other kids were playing too, and the playground felt alive. But Karen, she was like a dark cloud creeping closer. I could see her muttering to herself, her hands on her hips. She looked ready to explode, and I still didn't know why. What was her deal? Why was she so mad at us? I had no clue what kind of person she really was, but I was about to find out. Our little outing was turning into a nightmare, and it all started with her. Stick around, because this story's just getting started and it's gonna get wild. Okay, so here, where things start getting crazy. My little boy Tommy is having the best time ever. He's zooming down the big yellow slide, his favorite one at the playground. Every time he slides down, he giggles like it's the funniest thing in the world. His laugh is so loud and happy, it makes me smile too. I'm standing close by, just a few steps away, watching him climb up the ladder and slide down again. He's fast, like a little race car, and I love seeing him so excited. The sun is shining, the other kids are playing, and everything feels good until she shows up. That's right, Karen. She comes stomping over like she owns the whole playground. Her shoes crunch on the gravel and her voice is super loud, like a big bell ringing. She's got this mean frown on her face, the kind that could scare a grizzly bear away. Her eyebrows are all scrunched up and her mouth is tight, like she's biting something sour. She stops right in front of me and points at Tommy with a long, pointy finger. "Hey," she yells, so loud I jump a little. "Your kid's hogging the slide. My little princess needs a turn." Her voice is sharp, like a teacher mad at a naughty kid. I blink at her, totally confused. Hogging the slide? What's she talking about? Tommy's been super good. He waits his turn every time. I've seen him stand in line with the other kids, bouncing on his toes, waiting patiently until it's his go. He doesn't push or shove, he's a sweet kid. I look at him sliding down again, his red sneakers flashing in the sun, and he's just laughing, not bothering anybody. So why is this lady so mad? I don't get it. But Karen's glaring at me now, her eyes like little lasers, like I've done something awful and ruined her whole day. I take a deep breath and try to stay calm. My tummy feels funny, like when you're nervous about a test at school, but I don't want to yell back. I just want to keep things nice for Tommy. He's just playing, I say, keeping my voice soft. There's room for everyone. I mean it too, the slide's big and all the kids take turns. There's no problem here, right? But Karen doesn't like that. She makes this loud scoffing sound, like a big HMPH, and rolls her eyes so hard I think they might pop out. Then she mutters something under her breath, something rude. I don't catch all the words, but it sounds mean, like she's calling me dumb or something. My stomach tightens even more now. It's like a little knot twisting inside me. I don't like this feeling. I look at Tommy again. He's climbing the ladder, happy as can be, and I don't want him to see me upset. But Karen's not done. She crosses her arms and taps her foot, staring at me like I'm the worst mom ever. Her little girl, the one she called her princess, is just standing off to the side, kicking dirt with her shoe. She's not even near the slide. She's not waiting or asking for a turn. So why is Karen making a big deal out of this? It doesn't make sense, but I can tell she's not gonna let it go. I try to figure her out. Maybe she's just having a bad day. Maybe her princess didn't want to play and Karen's mad about it. Or maybe she's one of those grown-ups who likes to boss everyone around. I've seen people like that before, grumpy and loud, acting like they're in charge of everything. But this is a playground, not her kingdom. Tommy's not doing anything wrong, and neither am I still. She keeps staring, and her frown gets deeper. The air feels heavy now, like a storm's coming, even though the sky's still blue. I glance around, hoping maybe another mom or dad will see what's happening and say something. But everyone's busy with their own kids. The swings are squeaking, the sandbox is full of digging, and no one notices Karen being mean. It's just me and her and Tommy in the middle. He slides down again, yelling, "We," and I force a smile for him. I don't want him to know something's wrong. He's too little to understand why this lady's mad, and I want to keep his day fun. But inside, I'm starting to worry. This isn't going to end well, is it? I can feel it, like when you know a toy about to break, but you don't know how to stop it. Karen's voice gets louder. He's been on that slide forever, she snaps, even though it's not true. Tommy's only had like 3 turns. I've been counting because I always make sure he shares. I open my mouth to say that, but she cuts me off with another big scoff. "You need to control your kid," she says, pointing at me now. "Control him? Tommy's not a wild animal. He's a 5-year-old playing at a playground." I feel my cheeks get hot, like I'm embarrassed, but I'm also mad. Why is she talking to me like this? What did we do to her? I look at her little girl again. She's still not near the slide. She's just wandering around, looking bored. If she wants a turn, why doesn't Karen tell her to line up? That's how it works. Wait your turn, then slide. Simple. But Karen's acting like Tommy stole something from her. Her face is red now and her hands are on her hips. She's big and loud, and I'm just standing there trying to figure out what to say. He's not hogging it. I try again, quieter this time. He waits his turn. But she doesn't listen. She just shakes her head and mutters more rude stuff like I'm too silly to understand. My heart's beating faster now. I don't like fighting, especially not in front of Tommy. He's still sliding, still happy, but I'm scared this lady's gonna ruin everything. She's so angry and I don't know why. The playground doesn't feel fun anymore. It feels tense, like something bad's about to happen. I want to grab Tommy and leave, but I don't want to look scared in front of her. I'm his mom. I have to be strong for him. But Karen's glaring keeps getting worse, and that knot in my stomach won't go away. This isn't just a grumpy lady anymore. This is trouble, and it's coming right at us. What's she gonna do next? I don't know, but I'm starting to think this day's about to get a whole lot messier. So things were already getting wild at the playground, but now, oh boy, it's about to get even crazier. My little Tommy is still having fun, sliding down that big yellow slide like it's the best day ever. He zooms down again, his red sneakers kicking up in the air, and lands with a big giggle. I'm watching him, trying to keep everything calm, when I notice Karen's kid. She's a little girl about Tommy's age, 5 or 6, I'd guess. She's just standing there near the slide, not doing much. Her hands are in her pockets, and she's staring at the ground, kicking little rocks with her shoe. She's not climbing up the ladder or waiting in line. She's just there. I think maybe she's shy. Some kids are like that, right? They want to play but feel nervous about joining in. I've seen Tommy get shy sometimes too, so I get it. I want to be nice, make her feel okay. So I smile at her, my biggest, friendliest smile, and say, "Go ahead, sweetie, it's all yours next." I point at the slide, letting her know it's free after Tommy's turn. I figure that'll help. Maybe she'll run over and climb up, and Karen will chill out. Easy fix, right? Wrong, so wrong. Karen doesn't like that at all. Instead of saying thanks or telling her kid to go play, she loses it. Like totally flips out. Her face turns red and her eyes get all narrow and mean. She stomps over to the slide, her feet slamming into the ground like she's a big angry giant. The gravel crunches loud under her shoes and I can hear her huffing like she's a dragon about to breathe fire. Tommy's halfway up the ladder now, his little hands grabbing the rails when Karen gets there. Before I can even blink, she reaches out, grabs his arm, and yanks him back hard. "Move it, brat," she snaps, her voice sharp and nasty. My heart stops, like it just freezes in my chest. Tommy stumbles, his feet slipping on the ladder rungs. He almost falls, but he catches himself at the last second, holding tight to the rail. He looks down at me with these big, wide eyes, scared eyes. His mouth is open a little, like he doesn't know what just happened. Seeing him like that, oh, it hurts. My sweet, happy boy, scared because of this mean lady. I can't stand it. I rush over fast, my sneakers squeaking on the grass, and yell, "Hey, don't touch my son." My voice is loud now, I can't help it. No one messes with Tommy, no one. Karen doesn't even care. She turns to me with this ugly smirk on her face like she's proud of herself. "Then teach him some manners," she says, her words dripping with sass. "Manners, Tommy, he's the politest kid I know. He says please and thank you all the time, well, most of the time. He shares his toys and waits his turn. This lady's crazy." I feel my hands shake and my face gets hot. I'm boiling inside, like a pot of water bubbling over on the stove. I want to scream at her, tell her she's wrong, but I bite my tongue. I have to stay cool for Tommy. He's still on the ladder watching me and I don't want him to see me lose it. But oh, I'm mad, so mad. How dare she touch my kid? How dare she call him a brat? I take a deep breath and stare at her, trying to figure out what's going on in her head. Her smirk stays put, like she thinks she's won something. Her little girl is still standing there, not moving, not saying a word. I don't get it. Why isn't she telling her kid to play? Why is she so mad at Tommy instead? It's like she's picking a fight just because she can. My tummy twists again, that nervous knot getting tighter. Something telling me this isn't over. Karen doesn't know it yet, but she's messing with the wrong mom. Tommy climbs down the ladder slow, his little hands shaking a bit. He runs over to me and grabs my leg, hiding behind me. "Mommy," he whispers, "why's she mad?" His voice is tiny and it breaks my heart. I kneel down and hug him tight, saying, "It's okay, buddy, you didn't do anything wrong." I pat his back and smooth his hair, trying to make him feel safe again. He nods, but his eyes are still big and worried. I stand up, keeping him close, and look at Karen. She's still smirking, arms crossed, like she's waiting for me to say something else. I try to talk to her again. "He wasn't hogging it," I say, keeping my voice steady. "He's been sharing all day. It's true, Tommy's been good. I've watched him wait while other kids slide, clapping for them sometimes because he's so nice." But Karen just rolls her eyes again like I'm making it up. "Sure he has," she says, all sarcastic. She's not listening, not even a little. Her kid finally moves, walking over to stand by Karen, but she still doesn't try the slide. It's so weird. If her princess wants a turn, why isn't she helping her? Why's she yelling at us instead? I start to notice little things now, small clues about Karen. She's loud, yeah, but it's more than that. She's bossy, like she thinks she's in charge of the whole playground. Other parents are looking over now, peeking from the swings and the benches. Some of them frown, like they don't like what's happening. One dad even shakes his head, muttering to the mom next to him. I catch a few words, "always trouble" and "that lady." Wait, what? Do they know her? Has she done this before? My brain starts spinning. Maybe Karen's not just having a bad day. Maybe she's the kind of person who picks on people all the time. Tommy tugs my hand. Can we go swing? He asks, his voice soft. He's trying to forget what happened, and I don't blame him. Sure, buddy, I say, smiling at him. We start walking to the swings, but I keep Karen in the corner of my eye. She's watching us, her smirk fading a little. Good, maybe she'll leave us alone now. But deep down, I know better. That boiling feeling inside me, it's still there. And that little voice in my head, it's whispering again, she's not done. I don't know what she's gonna do next, but I'm ready. She has no idea who she's dealing with. This playground fight's just getting started, and I'm not backing down. Okay, so things were already super tense at the playground, but now, oh man, it's about to explode. My little Tommy is still trying to play, even after Karen yelled at him and grabbed his arm. He's such a brave kid, you know. He climbs back up the ladder, his little hands gripping the rails tight, ready to slide again. I'm standing close, watching him, trying to keep him safe. Karen's still there too, glaring at us like we stole her favorite toy. I think maybe she'll back off now. She's said her mean words, right? But nope, she's not done, not even close. That's when it happens. Tommy's almost at the top of the slide, his red sneakers shining in the sun, when Karen moves fast. She stomps over again, her face all twisted up with anger. Before I can stop her, she reaches up, grabs Tommy's shirt, and pushes him hard. He slides off the ladder, his little body tumbling down. He hits the ground with a big thud, landing on the soft mulch stuff under the slide. For a second, everything's quiet. Then Tommy starts crying loud, scared sobs that break my heart in two. His hands are on his knees and he's looking up at me with big, wet eyes. I see red, like my whole head feels hot and my eyes are burning with mad. How dare she push my kid, my sweet, happy Tommy, who didn't do anything wrong. That's it, I shout, my voice booming across the playground. I don't care who hears me, I'm done being nice. I yank my phone out of my pocket so fast it almost slips from my hand. I'm calling the cops, I yell, pointing at Karen with one finger while I hold the phone with the other. My hands are shaking, but I'm not scared, I'm furious. No one hurts my son and gets away with it. Karen just laughs. She throws her head back and lets out this big mean laugh like I told the funniest joke ever. Go ahead, lady, she says, smirking at me. They won't care. Her voice is all sassy, like she thinks she's untouchable. She crosses her arms and stares at me, daring me to do it. She thinks I'm bluffing, that I'm just some random mom who's too scared to fight back. Oh, she's so wrong, so wrong. She doesn't know who I am, not yet. But she's about to find out, and it's gonna wipe that smirk right off her face. Here's the thing Karen doesn't know. I'm not just some regular mom. I'm Sarah, and I'm a part-time park ranger. Yeah, that's right, a park ranger. I work at parks like this one sometimes, keeping them safe and making sure everyone follows the rules. I wear a cool uniform with a badge, and I know all the laws about playgrounds and kids. I've learned who to call when stuff goes wrong, and I've got the police number saved in my phone. Karen thinks she's big and tough, but she has no idea she's messing with someone who's ready for this. I've been trained to handle trouble, and pushing my kid, that's trouble with a capital T. I hold up my phone and dial 911, my fingers moving fast. The playground gets quiet, other kids stop sliding, and parents turn to look. Karen's still smirking, but I don't care. The phone rings once, twice, then a voice answers. 911, what's your emergency? The lady says. I take a deep breath and talk loud and clear so everyone can hear, especially Karen. This is Ranger Sarah, I say, my voice strong. I'm reporting an assault on a child at the playground on Maple Street. I keep my eyes locked on Karen while I talk. A woman just pushed my 5-year-old son off the slide ladder. He's hurt and I need help now. Karen's face changes fast. Her smirk drops like someone flipped a switch. Her mouth opens a little and her eyes get wide. She goes pale, like all the color drains out of her cheeks. She didn't expect this, oh no. She thought I was just some scared mom who'd back down. But Ranger Sarah, that's a whole different story. I know what assault means. It's when someone hurts another person on purpose. And I know it's against the law, especially when it's a kid. Karen's not laughing anymore. She looks like she wants to run, but her feet are stuck to the ground. I keep talking to the 911 lady, telling her everything. He's crying, but I don't think he's hurt bad, I say, looking at Tommy. He's still on the ground, sniffling, holding his knee. The woman's still here, acting like it's no big deal. The lady on the phone says, "Stay calm, ma'am, police are on the way." I nod, even though she can't see me, and hang up. Then I kneel down next to Tommy and hug him tight. "You're okay, buddy," I whisper, rubbing his back. "Mommy's got this." He nods into my shoulder, his little arms squeezing me. I stand up and face Karen again. She's not so tough now. "You can't do that," she sputters, her voice all shaky. "It was an accident." Accident? No way. I saw her push him. Everyone did. Other parents are walking over now, their faces mad or worried. A mom with a ponytail says, "I saw it too. She pushed him on purpose." A dad with a baseball cap nods and adds, "Yeah, she's been yelling all day." Karen's eyes dart around like she's looking for a way out, but there's no escaping this. She messed with the wrong mom, and now she's in big trouble. My heart's still pounding, but I feel strong. I'm not just Tommy's mom right now, I'm Ranger Sarah, and I know what's right. Karen thought she could bully us, scare us, hurt us, but she didn't know I've got a badge in my bag and rules in my head. The police are coming and they're gonna hear the whole story. Tommy's safe with me and Karen's about to learn a big lesson. She's not the boss here, I am, and that pale look on her face, that's just the start. She picked the wrong kid, the wrong mom, and the wrong day to be mean. So hear what happened next. It's the part where everything gets sorted out. After I called the cops,